Right, we're back again. Got the wheel pulled off for the day. So today we're going to start repairing the car from Tamworth. So yeah, got to look at changing the suspension parts. Got a ball joint here to go in. Got to get the tyre ratings on order. Then pull that bump bar apart over there. Roll that up. Push it out a bit with the porta power, I believe, and we should be right to go. I think there's one more meeting at Tamworth, I didn't realise, at the end of the month. So I'd like to get it finished next week or two. Take it up to Insanity Land, give it a test, and then get it out to Tamworth for a run. So yeah, let's get into it. I've undone the ball joint and the tyre end, and pretty confident that it's had it. And this here is also not very good. So yeah, try and get this out. Another one turns up there, we'll swap these out and put this part back together, and then this leaves the bump bar. Right, a few days later, we're back here with, let's have a look. Been in the Farrelly's mechanical repairs at Curry. I hooked this up with tyre end and bottom ball joint. So we've got this ball joint press kit here. Crack that open, get this happening. We're going to try and pull the old one out, put the new one in, and see how this thing goes. So let's give this thing a go, once you figure out how it works. Let's get it tight. I think it's tight as it will go, so we'll undo this and see what we can see. And there we go, it looks like our ball joint has come out to an extent here. And there it is, that's out. And that is one stuffed ball joint. Alright, we'll get the new one in. We'll figure out some similar process, but in reverse. There we go, got the saddle put back on. So you got this cup at the bottom, pushes the ball joint in, it goes up through this bit here we had at the bottom earlier that pushed it out into, goes up into that. And yeah, it should just push it in. So we'll just tighten that up and see what happens. There we go, let's tighten it all up. It's pushed it all together. Looks pretty good. So we'll get all this off, then we'll do our tyre end. Right, so we've got that ball joint back in. You can see it there, somewhere there. There it is. Looking shiny. Next bit's this tyre end. Some of these are different lengths. This one looks like it's the same length. Sometimes what you do is you sort of measure the relative length from, say, up there to the center, and sort of try and put them back on in that same general position. Gives you a good start with your wheel alignment. But this one here looks like it's the same length. So I'm going to try and take that off and leave that nut in about that spot and go from there. Yeah, so we've got the old tyre end off, which is a bit sad. Got a new one there. We set that about the same length as it was. We will later in the week do a bit of a DIY Speedway wheel alignment on the car. But for now, put the wheel back on, put it back on the ground. It might, for today, just finish pulling this bumper bar cover off. So your half been pulled off, but bit of a crash in there. And go from there. Had a bit of paint there, put the wheel back on. It's been sitting underneath the car since I had it apart. Its power steering fluid slightly dripped under there. I thought maybe the rack's broken, but I think we have a slight leak on our joiner here, so it's something else we found. We can tighten that up because it's got plenty of fluid left in it. If you can see it there, you probably can't. So it's only leaked a few drops, but it's just panic stations for a minute there. Now we'll get this back on the ground, have a bit of a look at it, get this bump bar off, and come back later in the week and do some more. Hard to see these wide angle lenses, but just looking at the video, well not video, the car itself, looks pretty straight there. And it's towing out there, I reckon. So I reckon we're pretty right with our front end, as long as everything else is okay. So yeah, we'll take a few bolts off, get this bump bar off. A few rivets there. You got the bump bar off. It's up here, it's a bit damaged here, so you've got to knock that out. bent and broke this bar, so we're just got to push that back out up a bit, join it back together, and yeah, probably just re-rivet that. Might even try and fiberglass this up, get some nice weather, and that should be sorted out. Right, we found another issue. The rack has come loose. It moves like that. So I tighten these bolts up, and it could possibly be the bushes. I was talking to Daryl, he says it could be the bushes inside here, or it's just coming loose from the, you know, just shock. So we'll tighten that up, see if that sorts it out. Otherwise we've got to put some new bushes in there. Yeah, there you go, it was just loose. We tighten it up, and you can see that the racket's off now. Stays where it should. So that's good. So next thing we're going to do, probably not tonight though, is fix this bumper bar up. Pushing out that way a bit. So we've got the porta power out. We've got this, it's loose because it'll crack the welds, but we've got this about the right spot. So we'll get some of the other material here, just copy that off, clean that up, put it inside there, push it all back together, wall it up. That should sort of bump bar out. And then after that, this is an off-season project, but see the house we have about this seat, and that one's a tad wide. We've got a new one turned up today, so that's a future project for a future time. But important thing is get this sorted, get the nose cone fixed, and then we'll be able to go for a run. Oh, we've also got to push this back out with the porta power. Take that cooler out, push it up to there. But yeah, it's getting there. There you go, that's walled up. As close as I'm going to show you that. It'll look good once you paint it, grind it, cover it with bumper bar, whatever. Shout out the Clarky, it's moving. I bought a new little weld rocker, and that thing works a lot better than the old one, so made the process a lot easier. Yeah, so next step is to porta power out this guard, which won't be done tonight, but we'll try and get onto that later in the weekend. So what's next is we'll get this oil cooler, just unrivet that, get out of the way. Hopefully we can push from, say, over there somewhere up to there with the porta power, push that out. We'll re-weld that there a little bit, patch that panel up, patch the nose cone up, which is over there, put it all back together, and we should be ready for the weekend. So right, let's get back into this. There you go, the porta power didn't quite fit there as I like, so we hit it with the big hammer, got it out to there. That should do the job. So put that back in, patch this up in a minute. We're going to put it, well, let's do fiberglass and these back up, but the weather is at the moment, I want to get the car out on the weekend, so we'll just, since you've got a bit of stuff under there, we'll just take that rivet out, re-drill that, stick that all back together, something similar on the corner of the nose cone. Then we can put the nose cone back on. Right, so we'll get this, we'll get the riveter going, sort this out, sort the nose cone out, and we'll probably be back with it attached. So that's that corner repaired, so we've just got a few rivets there. If you look inside, just got a bit of plastic there, hold it together, so washes on the rivets, and once you attach the bumper bar back to there, it'll make it strong enough until somebody gets speared into us again. But that's just part of life. So we'll get the nose cone done, put it back together. So here's the nose cone, bit of damage on there. There's a crack through there. The worst part's this bit in the corner. So we've got this bit of plastic here. It actually used to be the headlight on the car, on a previous car. A bit of it anyhow. So I reckon we'll put it about there on the inside. Back a few rivets through it. That'll hold that together for now. And maybe in the off-season we might actually fiberglass this up properly, just for a bit of an exercise, let's see how it's done. But for now, we'll just patch it up, paint it, it'll be like I bought one. It's a crack there, we might put something there maybe, but once you rivet the bumper bar back to the nose cone, get it out there a bit, there'll be probably enough strength there anyhow for that crack. But the important part is to get this bit here patched up. That's pretty soft, a bit ordinary looking. And once that's done, we can put this back on the car. There we go, it's back together. Looks like a car. Okay, we'll probably won't paint this till after the next meeting. But yeah, there you go. There we go, that's our repairs from the damage at Tamworth. It's video there, you can see the crash and that, what happened. But yeah, so what we're doing now is I'll give it a quick check of wheel alignment tomorrow. Just make sure it's okay. I think it looked okay when I looked at it. Let's go get the tape measure out, a couple of bits of stick out, check that out. And yeah, I'll load it in the trailer later in the week, and we'll take it, if all things being good, we'll take up the Insanity Land for a quick test, make sure it's all happy, and then it's pretty much ready to go for Tamworth the following weekend. So yeah, as I always say, make sure to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, that's what we need, more subscribers. So make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.